And as always, I'm coming at you with another movie review. And today I'm joined by the Stallone fan. Today we're going to be reviewing Tango and Cash. Just got done watching it. It was very fresh.
We're doing this so it's fresh in our minds. I've seen it at least a dozen times.
Yeah, I mean...
Since I had it on VHS.
I mean, I've probably seen it like maybe half that, maybe 6 times.
Well, it's a movie we just wanted to watch again, but why not do the review after as freshest it could be?
I think we've just been in the mood for buddy cop type of movies. Last time we watched Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Which we still need to do a review on.
This came out in the day and age, the 80s.
Sequelitis.
Lots of sequels, lots of buddy cop.
Still didn't get it. Still didn't get a sequel.
You know, that's very underrated, like Showdown in Little Tokyo.
Oh man, it's fantastic. This movie is great. I really feel like it's one of Stallone's underrated films. Not a lot of people give it a lot of attention. I think that this one should get a Blu-ray instead of an Escape Plan 3. Let's get a Blu-ray of Tango and Cash with 3 hours of special features. Like, give me that, and like I'll give you my money. Like, you know what I mean?
MVD, the company that
they should definitely
re-released Double Impact, their Blu-ray is like packed.
Oh, I mean, and then you get a poster. It's
they release a poster with every release. So,
it's epic, yeah.
Tango and Cash definitely I want. Showdown in Little Tokyo. It has a Blu-ray on demand. That means as you order it, they produce it.
Well, what I like about this is I always mention it every time I watch it. Is the scene that with Super Cop? It's a frame for frame reshot. Oh, Police Story. My fault.
Super Cop's Police Story 3.
Yeah. It's a frame for frame reshot of the Police Story with Jackie Chan in the bus, with him in the truck.
In fact, that's actually him at the beginning of the movie in that scene where he's holding the gun, pointing it at the truck.
This guy's crazy.
Right, and they fly out the windshield. Spoiler review, by the way. The movie's 30 years old. Get with the times.
Yeah, absolutely.
Watch the old stuff.
Yeah. Watch cinema at its best, in my opinion. I feel like this new wave of action movies is more substance, or more style, less substance. But dude, this movie was awesome. It has monster trucks in it, so like anybody that's like a fan of that kind of thing that has monster trucks and explosions towards the end is. So the end is like one of my favorite parts. I love that truck with like the miniguns.
We can go segment by segment, I guess.
Well,
so,
I mean,
to keep the review kind of short, let's start at the beginning. It was released in December 22nd, from what I read. 1989. The budget was like $55 million, but domestically it only made something in the 60s, which for Stallone...
That's low.
That's a low.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell even, in a movie together. The budget probably went to pay these guys, plus the action sequences toward the end. It's sad because I wasn't around. You weren't around. My brother...
I mean, I was born in 89.
Right. You were born... You were, what, 9 months old?
Maybe, you know.
December, 89.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Yeah, maybe.
If we'd have been around, if this was 30 years later, I would have went.
No, I wouldn't even have been. So, like, yeah.
It's sad we don't get these. And it didn't do well.
And I also like the
didn't do well.
The MGM or the Warner Brothers
snap case.
The snap case.
You know who else did that?
Very
New Line
cool.
Cinemas did that.
It's actually just like cardboard, but I feel like this is giving it love more than these mass-produced, cheaply made plastic DVD cases.
Recyclable.
Yeah, which really drives me nuts.
I'm all into recycling, but
take the time.
I like.
I mean, as a collector, I notice. These are things that I notice.
So, speaking of the snap case, your first strike DVD is New Line. New Line Cinemas did the snap cases. HBO Films did the snap cases too, which I like. It reminds me of when I first knew what DVD was. And enough about the case. Let's talk about the movie. So, it came out in '89.
Yeah, I don't think it's very. This movie isn't for anybody that wants to be politically correct. It's got like
a lot of '80s movies just are not that.
Yeah, it's got some questionable things that are in it. Like one of my favorite lines though is Stallone calls Rambo a pussy, which is pretty hilarious in my opinion. It's just it's only funny because Rambo himself
says it.
Rambo himself is calling himself pussy. Like it's just pretty hilarious.
You know what I get from that? I wonder if people heard about that, thought, wait, he can't do that, he can't turn his back, and that might be not the reason the movie didn't do well, but maybe a reason a lot of people didn't want to go see it. They thought it was something else, which, yeah, you got to give it a shot. You got to understand that until you see it, you don't know what it is.
I personally think the middle of this movie is where it really starts to pick up the jail scene, when they start going into the jail and meeting the nefarious character that actually set them up. So, like, if you don't know the story, these two cops are like the best cops in LA.
Is it LA?
Yeah.
One's on one side of the paper, the other one's on the other side of the paper. Reading about each other, they know each other from the papers.
Right.
The media.
And these are like rough and tumble cops that don't take no shit from nobody. But like one's like a hard ass and the other one's like a hard ass but with some brains. So like they get set up by this
drug lord.
Well, I think he's actually he's like he's a gun smuggler.
He stole all my drugs, is what he says.
Yeah.
But movie starts out basically starting with Stallone and the reenactment of the police story scene, and then right after that, Kurt Russell is introduced in the film, and it shows what they're capable of and their attitude. And
we have somebody's phone going off right now, so I mean,
but
no, it really does.
It introduces
it showcases and introduces them very well, I think. So.
And they know each other from the paper, but they're both led to this. What was it? A bust?
Yeah, it was a bust. They were supposed
off.
They were tipped off by the FBI, and they were supposed to meet an informant. And what it is all these people got together and set up these two cops because they were getting tired of getting harassed by them, and they put them in jail. They basically set them up by saying that they killed an FBI agent, and from there, a kangaroo court ensues. I say kangaroo court because like they have everybody in their pocket. It's really funny. They got like it's a top analyst of vocals, but he has all of their vocals recorded, so he's actually the one that put it together to where it sounds like they came in there to shoot them. So they really don't have a choice but to take a plea. They're looking at like 10 years versus like a year and a half or something.
Year and a half for a guilty plea and a minimum security prison.
Versus something else, you know.
Well, they don't get to that point. They get on the bus.
The bus.
They're in their shackles.
And
they go to the wrong prison. They're set up. And
yeah, no, it's funny because like
fight their way back.
Well, I like that scene because it's like, we're gonna fuck you in the ass, you know, like they're like legit like screaming these obscenities at these guys through the bars, and it's just hilarious because it's like this prison is the most ridiculous prison you'd ever want to see. Like I feel like if this prison was like a real prison, it would have been shut down like decades ago. You know?
It makes you wonder if there's prisons like that somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know. They're like put sugar on your butt or something like that. Like it was just ridiculous.
What? The prison scene. Well, the prison looked a lot like the prison.
And then you have a shower scene with Stallone and Kurt Russell, which is really hilarious because they're judging each other's penises, they're judging each other's dongs. I mean, only in '80s movies do you get that kind of tongue in cheek.
Yeah, in a way, you feel like even that kind of humor was like it's funny and it's harmless.
Yeah.
To some extent, it wouldn't be cool.
They didn't take it too far,
but.
I don't think they took it too far. It was just like a little back and forth between two dudes. It was typical 80s banter. I liked it. It was really funny to me. I think the guy that like there's a bad guy in that prison that's just like you'll know who I'm talking about. He looks really weird. He just looks weird.
Clint Howard?
Yeah. Is that him? Is that him? Yeah.
Clint Howard is in the movie as
he's
a prisoner.
Like, yeah, he's in...
For like 2-3 scenes with Stallone.
Thank God he died. Like, thank God they pushed him into those electric cables. Which...
Oh, that guy. No, that's not him. That's Robert Zadar.
Yeah, the guy from...
Rest in peace. He died in real life.
Well, and then...
But he was in Samurai Cop or something.
Yeah, I just think he's...
You're talking about, he's fighting Stallone. Yeah, we're going all over the place with this.
No, we're going.
They gotta escape from the prison because they're going to be killed in prison.
Because they put him in Oh, okay.
So
I guess they took him to the wrong prison. I guess I was
on purpose.
Over the place.
They're gonna try to kill them there. It's attempted once. It gets stopped. It won't be stopped again. So they can't let it happen again. So they try to escape. Robert Zadar is fighting Stallone during the escape. He's one of the prisoners that's given the freedom because it's a very sketchy situation.
I just think he's funny looking. That's why I wanted to mention him.
He has a solid face.
They're like he broke his jaw. Like if you look at this guy, his jaw is like this. He's got like the jowl of like a British
Take
bulldog.
over the review. I'll answer this.
answering the phone in the middle of the review, so it must be very important. So no, but basically what happens after that? They're on this rooftop. It's raining. They're fighting. He basically at one point he trips Stallone as Stallone's trying to run off this roof, and how they get out is it's ridiculous. They run off this roof and they jump onto the power line and they grab the power line and then they flip their belt over the power line and slide down. Never would happen in a million years. Like there's no way to get out of a prison. But I mean, just turn your brain off. It's one of the movies where you kind of got to turn your brain off. It's really good though. But anyways, he trips Stallone, and Stallone ends up getting tangled in this chain that he has with a hook, and he ends up catching himself on something while the guy is trying to pull him, and he loosens the chain from his ankle, and the guy ends up tripping and falling. Well, as he falls, there's some loose wires that he grabs onto, and he dives. But like I was telling Stallone fan, if he wouldn't have grabbed those wires, he would have been fine. He grabbed some wires and now he's dead. If he would have just fell, but no, it's like our response is let's not fall. And he
natural response, yeah. Robert Zadar. You know what's sad? He's gone. You know, a lot of these guys.
Did he get electrocuted? Is that how he died? He's like, no, don't put me in the chair.
There's a lot of people that have passed away from these movies, like Billy Drago and Rutger Hauer and Robert Zadar.
These movies, as he points to my movie
his
show.
Movie collection's right there, so I have a habit of referencing things. There's a title to reference. Okay.
You know.
But it's sad because we love this movie, and it's just another thing.
I feel like it's just and it gets overlooked. Like I was saying on my last review, there are no more movie places to go rent movies anymore. Because
Family Video.
Yeah, but everybody wants digital nowadays, and I
not me.
I don't get it. It's putting the movie industry in dire straits.
I feel like
I do want to wrap this up. We talked about the movie a little bit. That was halfway through. I don't want to give it all away. I just wanted to briefly talk about it because then, if I give it all away, then you guys don't have anything to watch.
I feel like it's an underrated one.
It definitely is.
I don't see a lot.
What would you give it out of 10?
Out of 10, I mean, it's easy to say 10 because
for me,
Stallone's in it, but to be realistic,
it's about an 8.
On IMDb, it's a 6 point something, so I'd probably give it a 7 or 8.
It's a solid 8 for me. Solid 8.
I'll probably go with 8.
Something I do want to talk about briefly is I'm going to be doing a review on. Stay tuned. So I'm going to be doing a review on Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. A review is a loose term. Really didn't care for this movie, so stick around if you want to hear my thoughts about that. I'll be posting a video here soon, and as always, This has been Raw Deal Productions. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, click and subscribe. I'm the dude signing off.